Hi everybody, I'm going to walk you through Google Maps quickly here. I am at Google and I'm going to use their grid here to select maps. Now you could use this for your architecture assignment if you want to document things for your scavenger hunt. It puts me into Springfield. It'll probably determine where you're accessing the internet, put you at that location. I can also, down at the bottom right, I have a zoom options. I can zoom in or I can zoom out using the plus or minus. I also have a little person here, a little orange guy, that if I move and drop down, if Google cars have driven the road, you can drop that person into the road. Shoom. So you can go around and check out all of the world practically. When you're done being dropped onto a road, over here in the upper left-hand corner you have an arrow that'll take you back out. So what you can do is find your local community, or you can go off somewhere else in the world. Let's zoom out. I'm using my scroll wheel on my mouse, so if you don't see me down here in the right corner doing the plus or minus, I'm using my mouse. Let's pick somewhere. Where do you want to go? Let's go South America. We'll go down to, say I'm in Brazil, I've got Lima, Argentina. Oh, Rio. Let's go to Rio. Rio sounds fun. And I'm just zooming in. What I would suggest, since you have to find some sort of religious structure, cathedral, church, mosque, etc., I would go to a downtown area. I've just zoomed into the name Rio de Janeiro on the map, and it takes me pretty much to a downtown type area. I see different icons. So here we have, it's a church icon. It kind of looks like, if you're from the 80s, it looks like a Space Invader icon. I have beds here. Those are for hotels. I see the red H is for some sort of hospital, a couple of hospital locations there. And I see this is some sort of school that has a cap, like a graduation cap. Let's go to one of the churches. So there's a church, there's a cathedral, there's some sort of museum. This looks like some sort of government agency. It looks like a little Greco-Roman building, doesn't it? It looks, that icon, it might be small for you to see there. Anyway, I'm going to take my little guy. Let's drop us down onto the street somewhere. Take a look around. Boom. Wow, nice little fountain. Okay, there is our structure. I take a look at it. I might be able to walk around, see these arrows, and I'm not the white ones on the street, but there's a sort of a shadow arrow that I can click on. It will walk me forward. I can walk around the street. What I might notice about this, let's take a look around. It looks like it has a dome up here, and there are different structures around this, the doorways. I would document all of that. Let's see if see the square that keeps popping up. Those are photos. So if I click on that, it'll reposition me. I might have a better view. Yeah, there's a dome there. So I might want to document that for my architectural discussion. I look around some other options. Oh, look, there's a some sort of Greco-Roman thing on that. That is that government building I mentioned. I went too far here. Let's back up a little bit, or change our perspective a bit. So there's a building here. It has all those sort of pediments that look very Greco-Roman. Let's take a look at this. Is a nice modern building. Hey, look at these posts. Let's take a closer look at those. Zoom. So these posts remind us of what architect, maybe Corbusier, and how he lifted the buildings up, provided these support posts, freeing the space underneath. That's something you could note. Look at all that metal on the windows, very modern looking. So you can just look around, documenting these as you go. If you would like to take a photo of some of these buildings, what you can do is on a PC, you can hold down your Alt and print screen buttons at the same time, and it will snap a photo. So that's a possibility. I'm going to show you another option too in just a minute of how you can document things this way. So let's back out. I'm going to go back up. I can walk around this town street by street, or I can move around. Let's go to this building here, the old cathedral, it says. Just drop us down. Here we are. I can scroll around, and there's this church. Right, so I look at this sort of fanciness up here. I want to maybe take a look and think about what period that falls into. I won't give you any hints. I walk a little bit closer. I see various columns. I see these windows have these nice arches. I see this interesting triangle pediment sort of feature. I can zoom up and look, act like I'm looking right up from it on this, from the street view. And if I look around, let's walk down the street a little bit. You can kind of go far ahead. If you can find your little circle far enough ahead, it'll place you. Sometimes the traffic gets congested. It's hard to walk. But let's take a look at some of these buildings here. So what I have here, this is just some street in Rio de Janeiro I'm looking at. I have all these different windows I might want to talk about. Why does this have that particular feature at the top? That's very Greco-Roman. I see these windows here are completely different. What era is that from? What era had that type of arch? When we talk about arches, it's not just archways that are doorways, but they also use those a lot of times for windows. You can just walk around, document these things. Okay, the other thing that I was going to mention to you as a possibility is you can go to a site. It's called Jing. It's put up by TechSmith, and what's really neat is it's a free thing you can download. You can do screenshots or screen capturing. And I would go to this website. It has an overview video. It's very straightforward for capturing photos, and you can then it provides you with the URL. You can just place that into your assignment, and I can follow those images. Or you can capture a picture on the screen, and then you can place those in a Word document, for instance. So take a look at that. It's a free software. It's really handy to use. You might really like it. And that's the sort of tutorial. Hope you guys have fun with it, and I'll see you on the streets of the world somewhere. Take care.